The roll cast is one of the absolute foundation casts of fly fishing. There's a lot of different reasons to learn how to use a roll cast. Of course, the most obvious one is when you've got structure and obstacles behind you. But there's a whole bunch of other uses. It's a wonderful windy day cast. It's a great cast for getting flies off snags. You throw the loop of line beyond the fly and pull against the water tension and pull the fly off. It's also a very useful cast for straightening out your line before you make a cast, before you make another cast, to get any slack out of the line. The actual cast itself has a few different versions. This is a dead line roll cast. So I'm dragging the line back behind me. I have my D-loop here, I have my anchor on the water, and I use this D-loop, the tension in this D-loop, to make my forward cast. I'll do that again. Drag the line back behind you, D-loop, anchor, forward cast. There's a couple of points I want to make here, and one is to make this cast as efficient as possible, and it is a cast that will add a lot of efficiency to your fishing. Think of maximize your D-loop and minimize your anchor. So the more line you can get into your D-loop, the easier it's going to be to make this. So this is a dead line roll cast where I'm simply dragging the line back and then I'm making my forward cast. This is a switch cast, a dynamic roll cast. And you can use that to throw a long, long way, but you can see that I've increased the size of my D-loop and minimize the size of my anchor. Now, the point I want to make here is this. If you drag this back and establish a good D-loop behind you, what you don't want to do is this when you come forward. See, I've rotated through the stroke to this position. I've gone from here to here. And what's happened to my D-loop? Now I've just got a pile of slack here. And that is a very hard cast to make. So if I go back into my D-loop position and I bring my hand forward, keeping the rod canted back, I maintain the D-loop. I actually increase the size of it and therefore decrease the size of the anchor. I'll do that again. There, normal forward cast. So Simon Goresworth calls this position A, position B, and then through to C. Notice also that the forward cast is a normal overhead forward cast. So here's my overhead cast. My rod hand goes from here to here, here to here. When I make a roll cast, I come back to here, and then I make a normal forward cast. That's, to me, the basic nuts and bolts of the roll cast. And you want to throw your D-loop down your anchor. This is not a change of direction cast. If we want to make a change of direction, we have to start getting into spade casts and repositioning our anchor, but that's a whole nother kettle of fish. So that's the basics of the roll cast.